evil back here.
Box of wine. Sweet again.
Yeah, there was check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. There it is.
What's wrong with the lineup? Yeah, did it click in? Did it click in? Yeah.
Excellent. said?
Time to go to work.
That was my beckoning solo.
Come up a little bit. Check. Oh yeah, I think it is shrink a little bit.
What's the one with the yellow, orange cable? Is that pretty hot? The other one's not.
This one's good. No, this one's good. This one's good. No, we're good. They're about the same.
Good.
Is that? You need a sweet talking? Yeah. Are we talking? We're not talking about anything. Nothing's actually happening. You don't have to pay attention. Nobody's looking at you. So we are. I think this is actually the show. I think we're starting. Stop. No. You think it's the show? It's the show. It's not the show. It's not the show. But it is the show. It is the show. It's the show. Yeah, it's not the show. And then everyone thinks about it.
Yeah. You did that, lift it up even. Closer to your mouth.
He's too tall. Let's go that high. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it.
Yeah, that's okay. Thank
She said something about waiting and waiting, and I was going to share that song with you. So, we have some awards here. We're going to be giving out soon, but I just wanted to warn people ahead of time that it's coming. And then, as are some cookies. There are some cookies in the baking that are on their way here. It was actually, we had I hope, the final technical difficulty this week, which was that the oven that we were baking cookies in failed to bake cookies. So Melissa ran out to bake some cookies, and she's coming right back. So she's almost here. Just to warn you. Just to give you a heads up. Let's have some eyes, interest.
On the way, we got things that are happening, going, flowing, all kinds of things happening. Yes, so welcome to the closing night party of the 2019 Fringe Festival! Did you all have a good time?
Okay, I did.
Yeah, what a great festival. So many great shows there. It was just a blast being here to see all you people. So we're gonna kind of buy some time here.
Can I want to interject one quick thing, because I just said that little thing about the cookies. Melissa's baking cookies, and we love her dearly for that, because the oven that we were using here didn't work. So so that's happening right now, and also Melissa. So I also just wanted to say thank you all for being patient with this night. We know that things were scheduled at Bramble and Hare, and there were a lot of behind-the-scenes kind of oddities. And one of the key reasons to me for coming back and having a real celebration here was a big part to do with Michael Jones, who just ran out the door. Michael Jones, because there seems to be a thing going on in town, and we're going to have it out with Bramble and Hare eventually. And there was too much going on this week to deal with that. So all that to say, full disclosure and real open-hearted honesty. Like, I want my friend Michael Jones to be here tonight, and I don't want to buy into this what Bramble and Hare is a part of in the downtown.
The non-existent restraining order.
The non-existent restraining order.
Non-existent exclusion order.
And we are dealing with that. But I just wanted to thank you all for your patience and the kind of questions about what was really going on tonight, where we were being, and your patience throughout the week. The shows, the late night talk shows were fun there, and we had a good time and everything, but there was a lot of underlying tension that some people knew about, that I want to just say thank you for dealing with that with me. And we wanted to have things back here in our lovely, accepting home for the evening. So I just wanted to say that, and then I asked Ian if he could get up and do some, just kind of, we could play a little bit while we're waiting for Melissa to come back, and then we have some awards that are going to be given out tonight that we do every year on the festival, and they're extremely official awards. And you know, I as an artist touring, I know that I've actually been able to use awards for the tour, and they're very helpful. And just so you know, there was a committee of people that came together that saw just about all the shows that talked about the details of what it means to, so we were really looking into the shows pretty deeply, trying to, just see what would benefit the artists in a way to say, we recognize this aspect about your work, and it's something that you can carry on and use in your accolades moving forward to other festivals. And that's all I have to say about that right now. We'll get back into it when we get into the awards, but thank you for your patience and presence and being a part of this festival. And I'm starting to get really sad because it's the last day.
You know what I'd like to revisit? If you missed the late night show where we had Hidden Talent Night, it was particularly fun. Some of the awesome talents we had was Jamie Black, who sang a Christmas carol in French, which was awesome. And David sang the Itsy Bitsy Spider in Swedish. Now, because you missed those two things, I think they need to be redone.
Can we do it at the same time?
Yes, around. So, if we could get Jamie up here, just if you missed this is particularly.
All right, here goes. You should recognize this. And so sing along with me to the chorus. À travers la neige, des planeaux verts, on y a heureusement de glissant sur la terre, et de toutes les jours, et tenter les grelots. Combien de joie que nous faisons ce croissant. Oh, c'est des close, c'est dans le monde. Mais mon père se garde la vie de tout. C'est des dans le oui. Je ne veux pas faire de moi, c'est un petit.
I have to
Shake my
full
ass.
body.
What are you about? Do it now.
You guys have to deal with it
During that. Okay, so this one you all know, and you can at least do the hand gestures with me. So everyone start with your pointer finger on your right hand to your thumb, and then you'll just follow along once you see it. Ipsi vimsi spindel klättra uppför trön. Ner faller regnet, spolar spindeln bort. Upp stiger solen, torkar bort av regn. Ipsi vimsi spindel klättra upp igen.
That's all. Now mine was kind of mundane, but I'll give you my hidden talent, which is this. ZYXWBUTSRQP1MLKJHDFBCBA. Yeah. Now I would like to invite anyone else who has a hidden talent of this magnitude. Magnitude. Up to the stage to do something. It's almost like, it's almost like it's like stupid human tricks, kind of thing. But some hidden talent that you would like us to know about. Does someone have something? Well, she was getting up, but she was coming to the stage. She's actually leaving. Anybody? Anybody got something?
Come on.
You gotta have something.
Somebody's got something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I like to do Elmo, but I like him to swear. So.
Hey, Elmo, I'm really upset at you right now. Motherfucking shit. Why are you being such an asshole?
I can speak French, I can speak English with a perfect French accent. So if you are interested in having me read the phone book, your answering machine or anything,
Anybody else? Yes, I'm certainly. Like curl your tongue or something, like anything. Do you? Yeah, the thing. She's got a thing.
Really, I've always had a broken arm, but you can't tell until you go like this. See, I don't know if this side does it.
That's lovely. It's like it's this one. It's this trick too. This one.
Yeah.
Growing arm trick?
Never seen that? Yeah. Too classic. Old school. It's like the thumb, you know. Well, give it up for all of our talented this time I'd like to bring Michael up to the stage. We're going to play a couple improvisational games for you. So I don't know if you know this, but Michael obviously is an improviser, but has done improvising.
Improvising is different than pooping.
Is it? Okay. So we're going to play a couple games. This first game is called props. So we're going to get some props, and we're going to use the prop in a certain way. And then when you get the joke, I think a rim shot will be good to transition to the next person.
You mean on the drums, right?
On the drum.
That was the one.
Dealer's choice. So a little rim shot, that'll give us the transition between each other. So, there you go. So these are the props. You can choose whichever one you like. Obviously, yeah.
Oh, my name is Mr. Squid. Thank you.
Oh no. So you'll do one, and then I'll do one, and we'll go back and forth. We'll see how this goes. We've never done this. When we sort of get the joke, they go pretty quick. They go pretty quick. Yeah.
You bought the wrong type of condoms in.
Get into the groove.
I love Hawaii.
I'm new to this planet. Thank you for having me.
I love Costa Rica.
Maybe I doubled up.
Oh, it's New Zealand.
I'm alive! I mean, life is difficult with no hands. It don't always work, you know? Your hand, I'll be. Get into the groove, you got to prove your love to me. Swap props. Oh, swap props.
Telephone. Operator, Manhattan 942. Oh, hey, what's up, Uncle? Just joined the mob. Gonna put a hit out later today. Wow. Shouldn't have said it over the phone. Oh, wait, we're wiretapped. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. What's that? The feds are on the market. So, gotta get out of here. All right.
So, yeah, I was wondering if you could do anything with this.
Oh, I love big gumdrops.
Yo, you like my new dress? Growing out.
Oh, Captain, one of the engines broke on the plane.
I was wondering if you could do anything with this.
I'm not that fast. That's not a joke.
That's
The
good.
water from the well is so heavy. That's the actual intended purpose of fucking.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could do anything with this. Too many hair jokes.
Oh yeah, Martin, you're coming right
Alright, we'll do. Good job.
Hey, this is orange and that's yellow.
Yeah, it is.
Orange, I'm glad I didn't say yellow. Okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
Alright, cool. So we're going to play an improvisational game. This is called ABC. So what happens is we are going to create a scene, but every sentence has to start with the next consecutive letter of the alphabet. So the first sentence starts with A, the next sentence starts with B, and then we'll create a scene, but it must start with the next consecutive letter of the alphabet. Got it?
Absolutely.
Cool, so to get us started, can we get some sort of location that we might be in?
Panama.
We're in Panama?
Wow.
It's a lovely tune.
Call that.
Okay, so we're in Panama. And to get us started, can we get a letter of the alphabet? A new letter of the alphabet? F. Thank you very much.
Finally. Canal.
Gosh. It's more beautiful than I thought it could ever be.
Here, hold my clothes. Because I'm continuing my sentence to let you know that I'm going to skinny dip in the Panama Canal.
I was just going to say, I know exactly what you're going to do. And I can't wait.
Just watch me.
The knowledge of this, of watching you is making my heart warm while I cradle your clothes. Lifeguard! Lifeguard! Man, let me come save you. No, I want a lifeguard! Oh, okay, here he comes. Here comes the lifeguard. Here comes the lifeguard.
Put your mouth on my mouth.
You know he wants to do it.
Respiration is what I need. From your lungs to mine.
So titillating.
Tongue is okay.
unbelievably Why don't you ever want to do that with X-rated things are only strangers. You think that was X-rated? Watch this. Zeus! That's a mighty package! All the package you'll ever need. What a bad boy. Come a little closer.
Don't have to ask you.
Excellent.
Finally, the Paramount. I think Ian just caught Jamie's cold.
That was awesome. That's all I got. I hope Melissa's here because I'm
Yeah.
let's have some music for a minute. Melissa will be here soon. We'll get the awards started shortly. Thank you guys.
You too can do this by visiting the table where the people are. There is Boulder 2% and Colonial Milk everywhere.
We're going to start in 3 minutes, folks. 3 minutes.
Oh, this is a camera?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, is it? Oh, is there sound too? Or is it just...
Yeah,
Is it just the? Because I was like, I walked by and I saw my face. Clipped audio will sound bad for your viewers. Oh, I think it is sound too. Hi. How are you? Good.
Alright guys, if you want to come on back in 5 minutes, we're going to get going on the awards here. Yes, we are. Come on down. Come on down. Come, one and all. Come, short.
Stole my seat.
It looks like you're dealing with unconsented What's your like first? Thank you.
This is the part of the evening where I started to get sick in front of everyone from eating cookies so fast. I hope you're ready for the projectile line. Thank you so much. She just offered me a milk and cookies. Thank you. I'm just trying to fix this microphone.
Yeah.
Always fixing microphones.
Because I walked
Hi.
by and saw myself on the phone.
Welcome, Fringe audience people. I guess before I get really into all the awards and things, I just want to especially thank Alana and Melissa for this Ian for jumping in and just being a playful, awesome human being. Also, a special shout out to Earth Coast Media for tracking and videoing a lot of the shows and getting a lot of the late night events and live streaming and just being an awesome team. Interviews and doing interviews with people, maybe even more tonight. Are you going to do more interviews tonight? Whoever wants to do interviews. So we'd love to hear from you about your experience on the Fringe, and he's going to be wandering around a little while to do that. Before we get completely up and going, actually it's not before, here we are, up and going. I'd like to invite Michael and Fran up here. So Michael and Fran, who are Michael and Fran, you may be asking? Some people know. This is Fran, that's Michael. And they're interchangeable, in case you didn't notice. And on top of being interchangeable, they are indispensable, irreplaceable, and irrefutable. All those other words that go along with that. So they've been actually coming to the Fringe forever. When was your first Fringe the first Fringe?
We think. It may not have been.
We think it was the first Fringe. I mean the first Fringe in Boulder, not 1947. I've seen them around forever, and then we got to know each other many years ago. And they were audience people that just loved to go to Fringe and see shows and support the artists. And then they joined the board at one point, and then they left the board at one point. But last year we started this tradition because Michael and Fran make it a point to see every single show. They try, but they usually do a pretty damn good job. So I don't even know where the idea came from. Did you guys? Was it you or Alana or someone? Someone last year came up with the Hibner Brown Awards. The Hibner Brown Awards. The Hibner and Brown Awards, and they are Hibner. There's a whole story, but I'll let them tell you that. But I'd like to welcome Michael and Fran, and they have the Hibner Brown Award that they're giving us this year. Look at that. Hello?
We hear you.
Yes.
Yep. You're good. Yep. You're good.
Tasty? I can't taste them.
You're good.
Say tasty.
Tasting cookies.
Get on the mic. Get on the mic.
Sibilance. Visitors who spend some time as roadies. Hey, first of all, once again, it was an outrageous, extraordinary Fringe here. And how about last night? That thing was the mixtape. High level. It was really extraordinary. And so, let's not burn up any time to speak of. Let's get right to this. We don't really have any criteria with this. The thing about art is that if something gets you and it comes back around.
Hold it between you and pose for a picture. All right.
No, we tear them out.
We have got a copy to send to you.
Community engagement. There it
This next one is called the Unsung Hero Award, and this one I'm going to call it the Not Currently in the Room Award, also known as the Unsung Hero Award, which goes to Gary John Miller.
All right. So again, this one has a little bit of overlap with the Hibner Brown Awards. This is our Spirit of the Fringe Award. It goes to an individual who, in my opinion, just totally encapsulates everything, every trait of a Fringe festival. She has been a villain, she's been a volunteer, and she has a kick-ass show, and I just love her so much. This goes to Marty Jewell.
So this one I want to just see if I can say the award and you can name who it is. So just shout it out if you know who it is. This is called the most politically relevant. And it goes to Crash You. Nice. You see that? She didn't even let me go through the full award name.
I wasn't trying to be relevant. Politically or otherwise.
Jay!
Thank you.
All right. So the next award is Best Costumes. I personally, costumes are such an important part of theater, and when done well, it's so satisfying and so rewarding. There's so much artistry encapsulated in costuming. I loved this performance so much. Best Costumes goes to Performing Valeska, Janet Carlson.
Thank you. Valeska Gert originally designed all those costumes. And I worked with my costume designer, Carrie-Ann Eglin, who's fucking brilliant, and recreated those original costumes. So.
You might want to stay there after you finish with that picture. Just stay right there. Because the next award I have goes to also the best staging of a play, which is Performing Valeska. Dan Collin. And we also just wanted to give a little shout out to Dan Sasky for being so integral and dropping right into the film festival.
Get a picture of that.
All right. The next award has my favorite award name. It's called the Seat of the Pants Award. This award goes to an individual that I'm so happy we were able to welcome into the Fringe community this year, and I think everyone would agree that they really helped create just a wonderful spirit of community amongst everybody here at the festival. Please give it up for Sir Ian Gibbs.
Oh, I got one. Thank you guys so much. The late night show was so much fun for me, and I appreciate all you guys coming. And we just created such a fun, awesome vibe in that room. So thank you all very much.
Okay, this next one goes to the most surprising show, which is presented in appreciation to Lisa Pedace, Drums with Versace.
Yes.
Are you going to accept the award? Lisa Pedace with Neighborhood Watch.
On behalf of Lisa and George, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. More than me. I don't think it's going to be even.
Uh-oh.
Do you want to give me some?
Yeah, why don't you do
I'll
that?
do that one.
Why don't you do...
Yeah, I'll do
Do
that
that
one.
one too.
What is this? What is this?
Trade you talent.
Yeah,
These are all those ones.
okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That is fine.
That's fine.
Don't worry.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one is called Best New Fringe Content Award. There was a lot of cool new Fringe content this year, but this one in particular is going to go out to an individual who has been such an incredible mentor to me, and I just appreciate her more than just every day. I appreciate you so much. This goes to Laura Berman for the Game the Fringe event during the first
Thank you, and hopefully next year we'll do it again, where more people will come and play games with us, build community. There it goes.
Everyone's photos.
All right, here we go. All right. Oh, yes, please.
Oh, no, I wanted to do a selfie.
No, it's better this way.
It's better this way. Trust her.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, we have a few more left here, ladies and gentlemen. This goes to the best dance performance. Can anyone guess what it is? It's the dance company.
Okay, the next one is called the Innovative Fringe Award. I feel like this is another Innovative Fringe Award, a slightly different one. So this one is for an individual who is very discreet and very one of the most humble people in the world, while simultaneously being a super genius, and has contributed the most wonderful creative project to the Fringe just because she felt like it and was excited to be involved. This goes to Julia for creating the VR Fringe
On behalf of her husband, Fred, will receive you. You want to give a speech on behalf of Julia?
Yeah.
On behalf of Julia, thank you.
And this award was a very difficult award to narrow in on one particular artist because there's a lot of, once I read the category to you, you'll know why. But there were a lot of different possibilities for this. But we went into pretty deeply in terms of audience reaction, different communication and feedback, conversations at the box office and things like that. So the best solo performance goes to Michael Burgos with tiramisu.
All right. Next, we've got the Best Personal Journey Award. I thoroughly enjoyed this production. I don't think this person is here, but it was a beautiful, relatable personal journey, and it was so well crafted. This goes to Velvet Determination, Cynthia Scholl.
That's that. Just so you know, what we're talking about up here is that. I'm going to go in and start these the technician awards. The first one goes to is called the Technical Whiz Award, and it goes to Karen Spees in the parlor. What most people don't know is that Karen and actually Lou were here on the setup day, right? You came for most of it, all of it, and helped load in all of the venues, not just their own venues. And Karen and Lou did most of the dance floor downstairs themselves, right?
All of it.
All of it?
Like that.
All of it. I'll get into that later, but that's Karen Speaks.
Okay, the next award is called the Best Writing Award. There were a lot of well-written shows. This one in particular it just had the best shape and arc. It was beautiful. I loved every moment of it. Goes to Jamie Black with It's My Piece of
That's the Aw Shucks Award. This next award goes to another person who's not here right now, but we love her. It's the Technical Angel Award, and she got dubbed the Technical Angel because we lost several techs this year coming into the festival, and most of the positions got filled, except for one, and it was about an hour before the first tech. So I set up the room, made sure everything was set. I thought, oh shit, I'm going to have to do this for myself, which is going to be, and you know how I am, I'm running everywhere throughout the festival, doing a bunch of things, and I would have had to do a venue on top of that, and this person called me, like, out of the blue, and said, I heard you might be looking for a tech person, or looking for a box office, she said. And I called her back and said, we're not actually looking for a box office, can you send me your resume? And she did, and she went to school for technical theater. And I thought, what just happened? And I said, what's your time like for the next 2 weeks? She said, I'm staying with my parents in the town next door, and I really don't want to hang out with them that much. I have every single day available. And I was like, God just sent you to me! So this Technical Angel Award goes to Dana Secret Chapel.
All right, I get to next announce the best in show, the Best in Show Award, which is a really good one. It's it's like all around strong production, good writing, good performance, good theatrical elements. It's just Best in Show. There were, again, so many beautiful performances, but this one goes out in particular goes out to a woman who put so much vulnerability and heart and obviously so much hard work into her production. This goes to Melanie Mosley for
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Thank you. Wow.
We have another Fly by the Seat of Your Pants award, and this one is a Fly by the Seat of Your Pants award for technical solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, Ursula Maines in the Fellowship. And she didn't even wear pants. She flew by the seat of her pants, and she's wearing a skirt.
Yeah.
All right, so Alana, I'm really glad you walked back into the room because I don't even know what this one is. This is the Talking Dogs Off Meat Wagons Award. Do you know what that's about?
Something David likes to say about himself.
What does that mean? Will you say it? I don't understand.
Will I say?
Yeah, what?
So
will
maybe
you
I should
describe
preface
it?
this.
I don't know what that
Maybe
is.
I should preface this about introducing you to Angela.
You want to talk about it?
Well, no, because I have to talk about it
All
at
right.
this point.
Well, I'm just
Because
going to stand here while you talk.
So my father, when we were kids, I grew up in Boston, and my father used to say, whenever someone liked to talk a lot, he would say, "Daddy," which is my nickname, my childhood nickname. My little sister didn't know how to say David, so she said Daddy. And so my dad would say, "Daddy, Daddy, that guy over there, he's talking and talking. He can talk a dog off a meat wagon." So this became a word. Somewhere about 20 years ago.
You know,
You can talk a dog off of me. You know what happens if you
you've
can
got to
talk
be
a dog off a meat
talking
wagon.
quite convincingly if you're going to get that dog off that meat wagon.
So,
Just in case anyone needed that explanation. For having the ability to actually get dogs off of meat wagons. David Ortolano.
thank you. All right, and this final printed award goes it's called the Technical Learning Curve Award. I'm going to expand the title a little bit into the technical learning curve that's really extreme and very steep, like the Rocky Mountains. Learning how to just dive right in and figure everything out and fucking nail it. Blue Creech.
Wait a second. Did I miss how Melissa didn't get an award?
No. Melissa, actually, I was just about to say something about her
Okay, good.
because she sort of edited herself out before
No.
we went into the awards thing.
No.
So we're just going to sit here and talk about her.
Can I start with the fact that she went home tonight to bake these
Yes!
And then we'll go back. We'll go back in time a little bit to about a year ago when Melissa moved to town, and she was on a Fringe tour on the Pacific Northwest, and she reached out with a Facebook message and said a mutual friend of ours said that she should get in touch with me because we were running a Fringe festival here, and she dropped in like an angel out of the sky and said, "Oh, I have a master's degree in arts administration, and I'm just coming off a Fringe tour, and I'm moving to Boulder, and I was kind of thinking that maybe we could do stuff together." And so Melissa came in like a freaking rock star this year.
And with every talent you could imagine. Like, oh no, I can do that. Oh, by the way, I'm an amazing artist.
And by the way, she did this.
And all of the programs, like all of the artwork, all of those cute little guys with the huge eyes and the ladders and the balloons and such inspiration and organization and can-do attitude for everything, including going to make cookies because ovens wouldn't work here all of a sudden. So, I mean, just everything. Box office. I mean, I feel like we need like a really long like a treasure map kind of scroll that would list all of the amazing things that Melissa did for the festival this year, and we're so grateful for you.
there was a printed award for her, but she decided to save the process of putting together those. She said, I don't want to receive a physical award because of that, so she will get one. But she wanted to make sure that everyone here got a physical award, so that. Okay, so I just wanted to just go through. So that's the award ceremony. Let's give a round of applause for everyone. And as you know, I mean, Boulder, everyone knows, and you're getting to know those of you who have come here for the first time. We're not a very huge festival, but we really do care about our artists, and we have a beautiful little town here in the Rocky Mountains, and we try to take care of people as much as we can upon entering the town, and we try to help where we can. And you know, we're the little fringe that could. And hopefully with your feedback and things post-festival, we will keep on developing, we'll listen to your feedback, we'll do whatever we can to make things more accommodating for especially out-of-town artists that are visiting here. And I just wanted to give some basic shout-outs to all of the people that were involved in this year's Fringe. So I'm going to go through the names really quickly. I know that everyone's tired and you guys want to like hang out and schmooze some more, maybe eat some more cookies and all that. So I'm just going to try to fly through the list pretty quickly. You want to trade it, or do you want to?
Yeah, let's just trade it off.
Why don't you do the board?
Okay, I'll do the board. We have an amazing board, a small but mighty board of 4 individuals. We have Alana Eve Berman, we have Caroline Kurt, we have Adam Russell Johnson, and Elizabeth Cunningham.
And I guess you should do the box office too.
I'll do the box office too.
The venue managers, because you know them.
The venue managers, because I know them. Okay, we, as I mentioned earlier, our box office managers literally, they saved everything. Megan and Rebecca were absolutely incredible. They came in there when something wasn't working. They just like kept their cool. They're like, whatever, let's just like figure it out. It's all right. And Megan was just like smiling the whole time. And Rebecca was like, cool, those people are late. Don't let them in. Like, we've got this. Amazing team. Please give them another round of applause.
Let me just repeat that. I was like, you're late. Okay.
Venue managers, we also had some incredible venue managers who did such a good job of jumping around and making speeches at the beginning of shows, even though they weren't necessarily comfortable doing that all the time. They did it anyways because they're awesome. We have Laura Williams, Lauren Greenfield, Daniel Schwager, Kendall Perry, Emily Duffy, and Brina Siegel. Please give them a
And the technical managers, we already went through a bunch of them, but there's a couple other names here. I just wanted to name Dana Pine in the Secret Chapel, Karen Spees in the parlor, Ursula Maines in the fellowship hall downstairs, Lou Creech in the playroom. Where did she go? And there were some people that helped out during the setup. Actually, Bob Schmidt spent a huge amount of time here during the setup week. Robert Schmidt, you may know him. Some people might know him. He's actually in the band Flogging Molly, the Irish punk rock band. And he was just living. He's a good friend of mine. Was living in town, and he came in and actually helped set up a lot of the sound systems and did the things that he knows how to do really well. Helped with the floor and put the curtains downstairs. So Robert Schmidt. My brother Paul, who I have to thank every year for 100 years because I forgot to thank him one year, Paul Ortolano, and he also comes in and every single year, even this year, he serves as a consultant, a technical consultant, sends things to me, and sometimes helps me solve problems from afar. I hope that he can get here more often because I miss him. And his friend Steve Bears, who's also flies to town frequently, and some of you might know him because he's been here a lot in the past. So they helped out set up the tech this year.
Okay, so we have to give a huge shout out to this individual for doing our newsletter for Fringe. She did a fantastic job.
I would have made you a physical award that said Best Newsletter Writer, except that would have been really cheesy, since you were the only newsletter writer. And you were awesome. it really was, it really, like, I said this to Sarah midweek, and I'm going to say it aloud now to you because I really mean it, and I shared this with her very personally, that she really, like, has a gift with words, and just her personal relationship with the Fringe, and we've known each other for a few years now, and she was off and on involved in the Fringe when I was away, and you started writing the newsletter when I was away, right?
I think the first year you were back was
2016.
You worked in Boulder.
Yeah, and we had known each other. We lived together for a short period of time, and we had known each other for a while, and I had no idea that she was a writer. And so, oftentimes I get friends that are just like, oh, I'll write the newsletter, and I kind of like, oh, I went to a show today. It was cool. And it was one button on the keyboard when you type it. I didn't know what to expect. And it was really incredible. Like, I was just like, oh my God, she could write. Like, this is really incredible. And I don't know if how deeply you guys sank into the newsletter, but there was heart and soul in it. She was doing things around town, like she just saw it like a person going to the Fringe and really took care of people. And we, talked a lot about like just style and she went to shows, and she really cared about the work that she was seeing and what she was writing about. And I just want to thank you for it.
Volunteers. We only had a couple. Hopefully that'll change next year. Dan Ziskin. What? No. I mean, yeah. No. Dan Ziskin. Different Dan. Greg Schenter and Connie Young.
Did you just say Greg Schenter?
Yeah, my dad. He hung out a lot. He had fun. He really did. All right.
And just so you know, we don't have their names here, just because we don't have their names here. But we've had close to 50 volunteers throughout the year doing different things. And the board is entirely voluntary. And this is this festival. We get our hands on a lot of things, and there's been a lot of people helping. So I'm going to spare you the time to list those names. But thank you to all the volunteers that have helped out year round.
Are we going to go through the artists? I'm going to go through and thank all the artists really quick. Todd Blakeslee, Ellen G. Fine, Gary John Miller, Lawrence H. Brown, and Jacqueline Cook, August Gold, Gary Gallego, Sandra Garrett, Takale, Hamill, I'm sorry, Fiona Rose, Rachel Liederman, and Ron, Fiona Small, Terrence, James Black, Michael Jones, James Sundquist, and Gina, Lisa Padacci and fiance, Jen Collard, Dan Sasky, Melanie Mosley, and son, Ethan, Marty Jewell, Brayden Carlisle, Sean Yelcox, and his dad, Michael Burgos, and his imaginary pets. What? Ali Jones, Deanna Drummond, Luciana Gavota, Hallie O'Harry, Emily Tomasi, Cynthia Shaw. Thank you.
Yes. And something about Allie Jones and her dancers. The week before, we did actually a spot on Channel 9 News in Denver, and they came down in the morning with us, and they actually did a dance in Channel 9 Television News in Denver, and it was really cool, really fun to have them come down there. So if you're watching on this live feed, thank you. So now the venue, I just wanted to thank everyone here at the venue. David Lobodieu, who runs the venue here. You probably have seen him wandering around, helping you out. He's just awesome. He's always been awesome. They love having us here, and he's been really, really great. He just helps out, helps us set up chairs, tables, sound systems, whatever we need. He did sound for us on the Kids Fringe, and it was really fun. Phil Norman, who is here tonight, Andrew Doherty, who is the pastor of the church here, Guillermo Estrada Rivera, he also is the facilities person for the church here. And so we wanted to just thank them. And
so we had a bunch of awesome event partners. We have Blakely Saucy with RMTK and APA. We had Elena Zubalaki All the Jacob Spring Farm crew, they were incredible. Thank you to them. Rebecca Bradford and the Boulder Improv Collaborative for putting on a fantastic show. Ian Gibbs, once more, a host and master of the improvs. Game The Fringe, all the people involved with that. Alana, Caroline, Elizabeth, and all the game masters. We had Jeff Goldberg, Michael Harris, Mike Lithgow, and Lincoln Connor.
And then also playing music during the late night show, I'd like to thank, not myself, Craig Schwartz for holding it all together. Who wins the award for always being there.
And then we've got Julia Err for her amazing Fringe VR experience. We've got all of the Band of Tufts crew, Colleen Mylott, Jeff Goldberg, Joan Broomer, Liz Kirkmeyer, thank you, Alex from Block 1750, James Brunt, Ali Cobb, Fiona Small, who also participated in Mixtape.
And we had a bunch of behind-the-scenes guest sponsors, people that have given us equipment and done things over the year and collaborate with us. Ajay Abankwa from the Bao Bao Festival, which is a West African storytelling and dance festival that these days has been sort of playing around the same time as the Fringe. Sometimes he gets involved. This year he helped us with some basic equipment pieces and stuff like that, and he comes out to play with us throughout the year, and we play with them on their festival. So those guys, Boulder Ballet, loaned us the Marley for downstairs. Brandon Thomas and Zim Berman Thomas. Zim did a recording for the Kids Fringe. And Brandon and Alana were very, very helpful, bringing snacks over during the Fringe and just being involved. And Zim tolerated his parents being really excessively busy seeing the shows. And that's them. Alana Eve Berman, of course, I'm going to thank her 26 times before the evening is out. Alana Eve Berman, Alana Eve Berman, Alana Eve Berman. And Steve Wallace from the Colorado Events team, who gets involved cross-promoting throughout the year. Steve Wallace and billet hosts.
And last but not least, billet hosts. Then we're going to wrap this up. So our billet hosts were incredible. We had Paula Preston, Deborah Johnson, Marty Jewell, Stephen Berchtold, and Shelby McAuliffe, Dagny Tucker, and Laura Williams.
Thank you very much. So, I want to do something really formal. I think it would be great to just close the festival. And I wonder if you would do this with me.
Yeah.
Just because it's something that I feel like I need, because I'm constantly in motion, and it's something that just helps me settle, especially at the end of something very big that has a lot of emotional content, that is a lot of new friends, a lot of new drama, energy. I'm wondering if everyone could just stand up. And then I just want to take a breath together in silence. And just have a moment. Thank you. I was laughing a little bit because Alana did at Naropa, we bow in and out of every class, and it starts with silence like that, but then everyone goes like this on their hips. And Alana just did that when standing in silence.
glad I know you. And
I will try and come to Elton.
please do. I'll probably try. All right, good. I would love to
I mean,
see
I
you.
might as well.
Right there.
Right there.
Right there.